Vast forests, rivers larger than the Yangtze, abundant wildlife, and people. Indigenous settlements dot the coastline. The technology gap is immediately apparent. These peoples have no metal tools, no written language, no large permanent structures. Chinese sailors interact with them using sign language and gifs. The indigenous peoples are curious but cautious. They've never seen ships like these or people who look like the Chinese. Trade begins with simple exchanges. Chinese silk and metal tools for local food and objects that might interest the emperor. As the fleet moves along the coast, Zheng He realizes the scale of what they found. This isn't an island chain. It's a continent, possibly larger than Asia itself. The implications are staggering. China has been the center of the known world, the Middle Kingdom surrounded by tributary states and barbarian lands. Now there's an entire hemisphere that exists outside that framework. The emperor's claim to universal rule suddenly has geographic meaning it never had before. If China can establish control here before other civilizations even know this land exists, the Middle Kingdom's dominance becomes truly global. Zheng He makes the fateful decision. He selects the 3 most damaged ships from his fleet and leaves them on the coast with skeleton crews and volunteers. These men, perhaps 300 in total, will establish the first Chinese settlement in the Americas. They have instructions to learn the local languages, explore inland, establish friendly relations with indigenous peoples, and survive until the next expedition arrives. Zheng He takes detailed records of the route, careful observations of currents and winds, samples of local plants and animals, and several indigenous people who volunteer or are convinced to travel to China. Then the main fleet departs for home. The voyage back takes longer than the outward journey. Several ships are lost to storms. Many sailors die of disease and malnutrition. But the flagship and enough escorts survive to reach China, carrying Zheng He's reports and evidence. The admiral presents his findings to the emperor with calculated drama. The indigenous Americans in their exotic clothing, the strange plants and animals, the carefully prepared maps showing a massive landmass across the Eastern Ocean. Most importantly, Zheng He frames the discovery not as distant curiosity, but as strategic opportunity.